Welcome to Born to Win Legends, where the world's most inspiring lives are told, not just in facts, but in fire. Today, we bring you the untold journey of a woman who broke every rule, rewrote what it means to be different, and turned pain into power. This is the story of Lady Gaga, the legend who dared to be everything the world said she couldn't. Pause. Music swells. She was born as Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta on March 28, 1986 in New York City. Not in a castle, not on a stage, but in a modest Italian-American family home. Her parents were ordinary people with ordinary jobs, but Gaga, she was never meant to live an ordinary life. At 4 years old, she was playing piano by ear. By 13, she wrote her first ballad. By 14, she was performing in New York clubs no teenager should have been in. She was strange, intense, emotional, and completely unstoppable. But the world didn't embrace her right away. At school, she was bullied. They mocked her nose, her voice, her fashion, her energy. She was too much, too weird, too emotional. And that hurt, deeply. But instead of dimming her light, she made a vow to shine even brighter. She studied music at NYU's Tisch School of the Arts, but dropped out at 19 to chase a dream that didn't have a backup plan. She performed in underground clubs, writing songs in the day and dancing in the night. Her early days were messy, painful, and full of rejection. She got dropped from record labels, ignored, forgotten. But Stefani didn't quit. She transformed. Lady Gaga was born, not from comfort, but from chaos. A name inspired by Queen's song Radio Gaga, but powered by her own rebellion. With glitter in her veins and fire in her soul, she stepped into the spotlight in 2008 with her debut album The Fame. The world had never seen anything like it. Just Dance, Poker Face, Paparazzi. One after another, they exploded. Not just songs, but anthems. Gaga wasn't singing to fit in. She was singing for everyone who never did, for the outcasts, the misfits, the weirdos. Her music wasn't just pop. It was protest, art, armor. She wore meat dresses, arrived in eggs, turned red carpets into revolutions, and behind the spectacle was pain. Few knew she struggled with fibromyalgia, a condition that brought chronic physical pain. Fewer knew she battled depression, PTSD from a traumatic assault at 19, and the pressure of always being on. But Gaga turned suffering into strength. In 2011, she released Born This Way, a global anthem of self-love and acceptance for LGBTQ+ youth, for the bullied, for the broken. It wasn't just an album, it was a movement. While critics mocked her for being too extra, Gaga was building a legacy. She won Grammys. She filled stadiums. She founded the Born This Way Foundation to support mental health, kindness, and bravery in young people. She proved that fame didn't have to be selfish. It could be service. Then, in 2018, she shocked the world again, not with a costume, but with a raw, stripped-down performance in A Star Is Born. Her acting silenced the critics. Her voice shattered hearts. Her song, Shallow, won an Oscar. Her truth won the world. But even then, Gaga never let the spotlight blind her. She kept talking about mental health, about pain, about healing. She reminded millions that it's okay to not be okay. That vulnerability is power. In 2020, she dropped Chromatica, an album born from therapy, trauma, and dancing through the darkness. It wasn't just music, it was medicine. And in the middle of a pandemic, she helped raise $127 million for global COVID-19 relief. Because fame was never her finish line, it was just a tool to heal, to help, to empower. Now in 2025, she stands as more than a pop star. She is an activist, an actress, a fashion icon, a fighter, a survivor. Lady Gaga didn't just create a name. She created a path for anyone too different to belong and too brave to care. Her story isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Not about being liked, but being real. She broke the rules. She broke the silence. She broke the stage and rebuilt it in her own image. Because Gaga isn't just a star. She's a universe. And legends like her, they don't follow trends. They set them. Because Lady Gaga was born to win.